When the craziness of the day hits you from all angles, what do you do? How do you cope? Have you ever thought about practicing gratitude or bringing that into your life? But how do you practice gratitude when you're a mom and you don't even have time to go to the bathroom without being interrupted? Because let's face it, that is the case probably 99% of the time, right? Don't worry, that is what we're going to be discussing today. In this episode, we will discuss the transformative power of gratitude in a busy mom's life and how practicing gratitude can shift perspective, it can reduce stress, and help you feel more present and energized. And as a mom, we definitely, not only do we need that, we want that. We don't want to feel frazzled and feel like we're running around all day long. We want to feel present with our kids, with our spouse, with ourselves, and we want to feel energized. Yes, I am totally here for this. And guess what? It doesn't have to be something that takes hours. We don't have to sit and like that is awesome. And practicing meditation and integrating that with a gratitude practice, I love that. But more than likely, we don't have time for that. We may not even have time for 15 minutes. So how can we take literally 60 seconds out of our days to incorporate gratitude practices in our busy, busy life? And you can practice this with your kids while you're getting ready for the day, driving to work or dropping off the kids at school, making dinner. So you don't have to think about finding this extra time, which is really hard to find, but you don't have to find this extra time to sit down and practice gratitude. Today, we are going to discuss how you can integrate this powerful practice throughout your day. Stay strong and nourished and enjoy today's show. Welcome to the Strong and Nourished Mama podcast. If you're tired of wondering what healthy meals to make, feeling like you're running on empty, or struggling to make exercise fun and achievable, you are in the right place. I'm Val, a functional sports dietitian, prenatal and postpartum fitness coach, and a first-time mama. I've created a simple plan that lets you live healthy without strict rules, spending hours in the gym, and sacrificing delicious food while still having time for the things you love. It's time to embrace a fun, sustainable lifestyle where health is possible with a busy schedule, mama. So grab your coffee, settle in, and join me on this beautiful journey to becoming a strong and nourished mama. Let's dive in. Speaking of gratitude, I am going to share an amazing review by one of the listeners, Cece Holtz. Mama can't forget to take care of herself. Thank you so much for this podcast. It can be tough to take care of ourselves when the kids are little, but it's so important. Thanks for helping us through this journey. Thank you so much, Cece Holtz, for taking the time to leave a review, listening to the podcast. I am so grateful for you, and it means so much to me. If you have 30 seconds, I would love for you to go to Apple Podcasts and leave a written review. It means the world to me, and it's also very helpful to get this podcast to other moms who need it. A couple weeks ago, my family and I went with our in-laws to Lake Havasu City. My in-laws have a place there. We go there pretty often, and it's really amazing. And in December, they have a boat parade. So they have 50 to 100 boats, and everyone who wants to be entered into this competition, they decorate their boat in so many different ways. There was an Elvis one, there was a Ferris wheel, there was a singer in a globe, there's Grinch and Santa and reindeers, and it is so fun and so cool. And usually what we do is we get a place in the beach. So if you haven't been to Lake Havasu, they have a channel, and there's a beach within the channel, and you sit on the beach, and people sit all over within the channel. But it's fun because we get chairs, we have a fire pit, we're bundled up, we have our drinks and food. And this year, my daughter is 16 months almost, and so she was more aware than last year. And it was so fun to be able to spend time together and to see her reactions. And I was so happy. I was so thankful and grateful for not only being able to go to Lake Havasu, but to be able to spend that quality time with my family, create these amazing memories. It was so much fun. If you haven't gone to Lake Havasu, I recommend going. If you haven't been to the boat parade, check it out. It is so much fun and you won't regret it. I share that because I want to share just what gratitude can look like. It doesn't have to be this big thing. And usually around this time, Christmas is in 2 days. This time of the year it's a crazy time, right? It's also a wonderful time. Whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or have other traditions, it is an amazing time to be able to connect, reflect, and practice gratitude. So that's why I want to share this episode with you today. In the dictionary, gratitude is defined as the state of being grateful or thankfulness, the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for, and to return kindness. It's an emotion similar to appreciation, and it can be both a state and a trait, which is kind of interesting. So what this means is you can experience gratitude for someone or something at a certain moment in time. Like, I'm so grateful to have this food on my table, or I'm so grateful to be able to be with my family in Lake Havasu and watch the boat parade. It can also be a trait where someone experiences it more long-term as a positive character trait. You can see this in people when you interact with them typically. This is what is explained by Jans Becken and researchers, and the research study was in 2020. And I'll link that research in the show notes. So something we all need right now during the season and every single day as moms is gratitude. It's just a little sprinkle of gratitude. That's all we need. It's amazing how just a small amount, which we'll discuss today, can transform your energy and the entire day, your outlook on the day, your presence and patience and energy. And we definitely need that. So what does gratitude do for you? Practicing gratitude improves mental health, emotional well-being, and even physical health. So it reduces stress, it improves sleep, it boosts happiness. These are all great things by just practicing gratitude. Dennis and researchers, which I will put this research in the show notes as well, performed a systematic review and a meta-analysis on the effects of gratitude interventions. And they showed from all of the studies that they pulled together that gratitude improved satisfaction of life. It decreased anxiety and depression, and it improved mental health just by practicing gratitude. Imagine practicing gratitude, which again, it doesn't have to be this big thing. We don't have time to make it this big thing. And I don't want that to deter you like, oh my gosh, I can't do this because I don't have the time. No, we can definitely do this all throughout our day. But imagine you're in a more positive mood. You have positive emotions, greater appreciation and optimism. You're happy. You feel good. You're sleeping good. You're not anxious. You don't have this low mood. Like, damn, that sounds freaking amazing. That sounds like the best drug in the world, right? And it's just by practicing being thankful, gratitude, and kindness. The link between gratitude and resiliency is pretty interesting. So this is how gratitude can help moms stay grounded during life's up and downs, which is all the time, every single day. So instead of something stressful coming in and it takes us out the rest of the day and we're overwhelmed, we're anxious, and we're irritated, maybe if we practice gratitude, something hits us, we're like, okay, that sucked. Deep breaths, let's move on. I'm thankful for this in this situation, right? Even the smallest things. And then you go on with your day. And of course, that depends on what's going on. But practicing gratitude can help you become more resilient to stress. Now, why can gratitude be challenging for us moms? Well, we feel overwhelmed with daily responsibilities. And it leaves us little to no time to pause and reflect, right? From the moment you get up to the moment you go to bed or you plop on the couch after you put the kids to sleep, you're like, go, go, go all day long. It's like, when am I going to have time? I can barely have time to eat and get my kids ready and do everything that I need to do. How am I going to have time to practice this gratitude? So that's why it can be super challenging. We also can get into these comparison traps where we're following different accounts on social media, or we have the societal pressure, and it can make it difficult to focus on the positive. It can be really, really easy to focus and gravitate towards that negative energy. And as I mentioned in a previous episode, it takes 3 positives to overcome 1 negative. So every time you have a negative vibe, a negative emotion, a negative thought, it's going to take 3 positives to overcome that, and it's just going to keep adding up. So let's acknowledge that it can be difficult to practice gratitude among other things as a busy mom, but it's not impossible. We can definitely create awareness around it and start integrating it throughout our days. So, what are simple practices, gratitude practices for moms? Well, you can do a gratitude journal. You can write down 3 things you're thankful for each day. Maybe you do this when you wake up. Maybe you do this before you go to bed. It can be a really good start to the day, and it can be a really good finish ending to your day. But think about other things, how to make this realistic with your busy schedule. If you're like, you know what? I don't have time in the morning to sit and journal, or I don't really want to do that before bed because I have other practices that I want to do. How can I integrate it in my day? Maybe you just talk about it out loud with your family, with your kids. Hey, tell me 3 things you're grateful for. Tell me 3 things you're thankful for. I'll go first. I'm thankful for 1, 2, 3, and everyone, maybe it's at the dinner table, you're already sitting at the table, and you just share 3 gratitude statements. It can be that easy. Maybe it's on your way to drop the kids off to school. Hey, honey, what are you grateful for today? Or what are you looking forward to? That can be a very, very good start to the morning. Maybe towards the end of the day, you think, okay, what are 3 good things that happened today? And that's something you can discuss with your family as well. You can also practice gratitude for others. So teaching kids gratitude through family discussions or thank you notes, right? So if you have a birthday and you need to write thank you notes, that can help teach kids to show appreciation and thankfulness for whatever they got. Or maybe it's just a random thank you note to someone like, hey, I'm thinking of you. Thank you for being my friend. Like, who doesn't love receiving that, but also giving that to someone? It's very powerful and it feels really, really good. I think the biggest thing as a busy mom is to incorporate gratitude moments. Pause during the busy day and just think of something positive, something that you're grateful for, something that you're thankful for. It doesn't have to be big. I went to the gym this morning and I felt great after. I was like, on my way home, I was like, this was awesome. I feel good. And that is being thankful for my body. You can do it in your morning routine while you're sipping on your coffee. You can do it maybe right after you put the kids to bed. You're sitting on the couch with your spouse and you guys talk and name 3 grateful moments during your workday or during the busy day. You can totally do that. But take some time to be grateful for yourself. And as a mom, for your badass body, because if you're currently pregnant right now, you're creating a human from scratch. Maybe you don't really enjoy being pregnant or having the nausea or aches and pains, or you're not really sleeping well. Maybe we can still take a moment, because there's still power in taking a moment and realizing, okay, I don't feel good right now, but I am so happy that my body is working endlessly to create my baby. I am so happy. Maybe you're postpartum. Take a moment to be thankful for getting through labor and birth and the human, the baby that you have in front of you. I was just talking with my girlfriends, and one of my friends just had her baby, her first baby, and she was like, it's so crazy how much you love them. And my other friends and I were like, it is. It's like you're just obsessed with them and you're just like, oh my gosh, I love you so much. That can be very powerful, and you can definitely integrate that into your gratitude practice. Another way to incorporate gratitude and to practice it is mindful gratitude. So practicing mindfulness by appreciating small everyday joys, such as your child's laughter, right? It could be so like, man, that is such a cute laugh, or a sunny day. It feels good. I just got my car washed and I sat outside while they were finishing up with the car, and I had coffee in my hand and the sun was shining on my face, and I took a deep breath and I was like, yes. This is awesome. I needed this. Even if it was only for 2 minutes, 5 minutes of them washing my car, I needed this moment. I want you to start noticing the ripple effect of gratitude. So start to notice how gratitude impacts your relationship. So as you practice it more, maybe it's just 60 seconds a day, and then you can start to practice it all throughout the day. But notice your relationships. Being more patient, kind, or connected with your partner and children. Modeling gratitude for your kids. So maybe as you're practicing it, they're looking at you and watching you and like, oh, okay, I'm going to practice that too. And it can really help foster this positive family culture. And then turning gratitude into a family habit. You can have a gratitude jar where you're sharing one thing you're thankful for that day. Or a lot of people practice gratitude before they eat in the form of prayer. That's practicing gratitude. You're taking a moment to connect, take a deep breath and be grateful for the food in front of you and the company that you have with you. So you can definitely add to that. So start to notice that ripple effect of this gratitude practice that you're going to start to integrate. So I want to end with a quick gratitude exercise. As you're listening to this, say it out loud, whether you're in the car, you're at the gym, wherever you are. I want you to take a moment to reflect and think of 3 things you are grateful for right now and why they matter to you. Say it out loud. 1, I am grateful for blank. 2, I am grateful for blank. And 3, I am grateful for blank. It can be the smallest things. They don't have to be super big. I am grateful I have a job. I am grateful I get to go buy food at the grocery store. I am grateful that my kids get to go to daycare. I'm grateful for so many, whatever it is, try to reflect and think of 3 things. So that's what I want you to do real quick. So as a recap, gratitude is going to help improve our mental, emotional, and even physical health and well-being. It's going to reduce stress and improve our sleep and boost happiness. It's challenging as a mom, yes, but we can definitely start to incorporate it. Maybe that's by writing 3 things that we're thankful for. Maybe you do a gratitude journal in the morning or before bed. Maybe you talk about it with your kids. Maybe you do it in the form of prayer. Hopefully you're doing it right now. And then start to notice the ripple effects of gratitude and how it's impacting your relationships and also yourself. Are you more kind? Are you more patient? And understand that even though life is crazy, as a mom with littles, whether you're pregnant, you have toddlers, you have an infant, you have a 15-year-old, whatever, practicing gratitude every single day is going to help in so many ways, and we definitely need it. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. I hope you enjoy it. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year. I will see you guys next week. Hey Mama, I hope you loved today's episode. If it resonated with you, would you please take 30 seconds to share it with another mom, a mom who's looking to make healthy eating and exercise easier? Because we need that. And if you haven't yet, I would be so grateful if you could leave a quick review on Apple Podcasts. It truly means the world to me and helps the show reach more amazing moms like you. All right, time to chase my toddler around. Stay strong and nourished, and I will be back on Monday with another episode. Talk soon.